Hello and welcome to the Secure Chef. I'm here with Regina as always on this very rainy and unusually warm winter day here in the northeast. Today what I'm going to be cooking is something that, as far as I know, nobody else in the family likes. I don't think there is. Regina, does anybody else like
I
these?
don't think so.
I don't think so. Anyway, what I'm going to be doing is baby lamb chops. These are the Lollipop lamb chops, and we did have to mortgage the house for them, definitely. So if you find them on sale, that's your best bet. But I'm going to be doing 4. It's just for me, as always. This is a very quick recipe. To be candid with you, it's not so much of the recipe, it's the technique to cook them. And I'm an absolute amateur at trying this, so we're going to see how it comes out. All right, so let's get started. I've got these 4 lollipop chops here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little drizzle of a higher temperature saute type olive oil. You know, use that if you can, because this will get smoky. All right, and you know that's always a problem. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to massage these in just a little bit with the oil. Get them around here. Now, if you get these lamb chops, if you order it right from a butcher, he may ask you if you want them Frenched. Frenched is when they take all this off here, so that you wind up with just a straight bone. All this would be gone, and you would have just a chop. So it's supposed to look like a lollipop. Okay, I didn't get them that way, and it's 6 of one, half dozen the other as far as I'm concerned. Okay, with that, I'm going to be just putting very few spices here. There's hundreds of recipes for different kind of marinades and spices. You can do whatever you like. This, for me, is my first attempt at cooking these, so I'd go with a nice, simple spicing, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to first sprinkle here a little shake of okay, this is sea salt here, just a bit like that, and I'm going to give it a little dash of pepper, and I'm going to be using the herbs of Provence. Okay, if you haven't got this, you can just go straight oregano, Greek style, or you can mix almost any combination of ingredients you want, because there's got to be 6 or 7 different ingredients that encompass this. Things like cardamom and celery and oregano and etc., etc. So if you don't have this, use whatever spicing you like. I don't think it's going to make it bad. It'll just make it different. So we're going to sprinkle that on right now. You can see the rosemary there. Okay, now I'm going to flip them over like that. Then I'm going to get some olive oil that's here. And again, I'm just going to rub it here. The olive oil will serve 2 purposes. Obviously, 1, to keep the spices on, and 2, when you start to do the searing in the pan. Now, many recipes don't use any oil in the pan at all, and I'm going to try that. And the reasoning is there's a little oil on here to start, and what will happen is the fat you see here will render down. So eventually what happens is the lamb chops will cook in their own fat. Okay? So, got oil there. Again, I'm just going to give it a little salt. Whoops, lost my chef. There we are. A little salt. And now a little spicy. Okay. They're now prepared and ready to go. So, we're going to move over to the stove. And what I've done is I've had the pan started to heat up. Right now I've just got it on medium. I'm going to raise it a little bit here. The pan is dry, as you can see. Now, if you hear the background noise, that's because I have the fan on, because knowing the olive oil and the fact that there'll be a good amount of fat coming off the chop, I'm anticipating this getting smoky. So I want to see what happens. I'm trying to avoid the fire alarm and to make sure that my dog doesn't go crazy. Okay. Let me get the chops over here, like that, and we'll see if that pan seems pretty hot. And once I put them in there, I'm going to do about 1.5 minutes on each side, and I'll do that twice. So it'll be 1.5 minutes flip, 1.5 minutes flip, and then again 1.5 minutes and 1.5 minutes. At least that's what I'm anticipating. So I'm going to give that a shot.
I think it's hot. It's smoking in spots.
Yeah, considering there's nothing there.
Yeah.
So here we go. Okay. They're in there. So we're going to give it about a minute and a half. All right. Give it cooking for about a minute and a half. I'm going to give them a flip. Yeah, good. We're definitely getting a searing effect there. All right, and we're going to go for about another minute or so. All right, second side now. It's been about a minute and a half. I'm going to turn them back over. So. All right, looking good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this for another minute and a half. And then flip it again for the fourth time in a minute and a half. When we come back, I will have completed that fourth turn. So we'll be right back. Okay, I've now turned them over for that 4 times. I'm going to finish them now by attempting to turn them over to the fat side. That's the side opposite the bone, if I can get them to stand. Yeah, I'm just not the best at that, but I'm getting there. Almost there. Look at that.
They're fighting.
They're fighting me. Aha. Success. All right. We're going to let that just cook up a bit, and we'll be right back. All right. I think we're getting there now. I think it's about done. The internal temperature here is around 135, and that's going to be good enough for me. You can look up all the lamb temperatures that you like. You know, the FDA says one thing, or rather the food group, whatever they are. Anyhow, I'm going to be taking these off. And I'm going to plate those now. There we go. Let's get those on there. Now these are going to be a bit hot for me to eat right now. Now let's see what we can do about that. I'm going to move over to here. And there they are. They look good. What do you think, babe?
Crispy.
Yeah. So, normally, the way these, again, since they're lollipop, people you'll see in the restaurants will actually pick them up from the ends and chew them right off. They're really 2 bites. I call them Henry VIII lamb chops because every time you watch a Henry VIII movie, you see him holding a big lamb leg and he's eating it that way. Anyway, let's see what happens here when I try to cut into one. That looks okay. Certainly cooked. Again, some people like it a little pink, some like it well done. This is about medium, so we'll see what happens. That is delicious. Hon, I can't believe you don't like these.
I don't even like the smell of it cooking.
Well, I wouldn't tell the fans that. They're going to think, oh, what's wrong with this?
I don't like lamb.
Excellent. And that is the level in which I cooked it. Others may like it a little more rare, a little more well done.
Turn it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
So, let me see if I can produce it up for pictures. Someone had written to me and saying, gee, you know, the picture you had as your thumbnail didn't look like the picture you had when you took the meal. And all I could tell them was that what I tend to do is if I've cooked it multiple times, I will usually take the best picture I had at the time. So, anyway, from the Insecure Chef and his wonderful wife, Regina,
Have a good evening.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for your viewership. We'll see you again soon. God bless.